playtime. It's go time for us, but we take it very seriously. It doesn't matter if one just started her period and the other one is just brand new, falling in love and stuff. We pull it together and we make it work, and you could never tell this one had a bad day and the other one's just having the time of her life. We're just family. We're really good together. We communicate every day. I can't tell you that there has been one day out of this entire year that we haven't shot each other a text or talked or conference calls. Conference calls with all these girls are the biggest pain in my butt, but we make it happen. And they all do their parts. The girls in the other states, they are expected to do the exact same thing that us here locally within Washington and Oregon, because as you may have already gathered, the majority of us live between Washington and Oregon. We have one Connecticut girl, one Texas girl, and one Vegas girl. And those other three that are out of state, they don't have it easy. They're not expected to do anything less. They have to work even harder than us here because they're by themselves. And, the photo shoot example, we'll give them the theme, and they stay on top of it. They find their own photographers. They coordinate the makeup, the costume, the dates, all that stuff, and then they have a deadline to get that photo shoot into us so that we can get it posted on our social media website and everything, like they're just right there with us too. They don't get any slack on it either. So we still work extra hard, and that's another thing that makes us very, very unique as a group. We really are a family, and we are professional, and we tough it out, and we stick it together, and we are very proud to know that we are doing this and that we have actually made a pretty good start for our name. I guarantee you everyone from the top of Washington seeping down into the middle of California right now has actually heard Vixens of Horror at least a couple times this year, at least. So, we're getting there.
Well, it's about to be heard a lot more now. We have a question from the chat room. And it is, what do you guys expect to do since signing with ASAP? What are your goals for signing with ASAP? I mean, you know what I mean? Anything and everything, as long as it's horror and paranormal orientated. That's where our passion is. Not to say that we would limit ourselves, but we can deliver that. That's what we want to do, and we want to help not only our name grow, but definitely everyone, all the talent involved in ASAP. People that have the same interest in paranormal and horror, and also make connections with TV, film producers, other actors. We've had one of our girls in a very well-known music group video already. We're really just hoping to make more connections for ourselves, while at the same time bringing up everybody that has helped us get this far, helping them make connections as well too, and just showing our love and passion for everything horror and paranormal as well, and modeling. That's our biggest thing. We are so good at that. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I saw some of the pictures, and they're very cool, and I look forward to seeing a lot more. But there's the ASAP Entertainment family. Even though it is new, it is a family, and that's what's so cool, is because the people that are chosen to be signed with ASAP, because of the way the owners think, and that would be Gary, Becky, and Connie. Connie has this thing called PMA, and it's a positive mental attitude, and as long as you keep that going and you surround yourself with positive people, you get positive results. And this whole entire venture for them, I mean, I see nothing but great things. And for us that have been, blessed and honored to be chosen to be on this journey with them, I'm looking extremely forward to it. And I'm not unhappy with anyone that's signed so far. I mean, I love every single person. I mean, I've been wanting to meet a lot of people. I mean, look, we're in company with Kevin and Randy. We're in company with Bishop Long. We're in company with a lot of cool people already, people we don't even know that haven't even been announced yet, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. And I think that successful people, and that's what you find success in, is when you build others up and remember where you came from, and really try to keep that foundation, going, because that's what exactly you need to have support, is a good foundation.
Exactly.
And I think the positive attitude around ASAP, and I think the way they handle themselves professionally, and I think the way they handle business is gonna change a lot of people's perception on the paranormal events and what is at the paranormal events and what actually happens there. I mean, but I think it's exciting that you guys are signed, and I'm looking forward to any kind of interaction with you guys as far as at events. I hope we get to hang out. And what about investigate? I mean, do you get to go investigate? Do you investigate at all? I mean, are you...
That has always been a personal goal and dream of mine, because as I said, I've always been very into it and have had a huge respect for it, even more so after my couple little experiences I shared with you. But that's definitely something we want to do. And, you know, when signing up with ASAP Entertainment, I had explained, you know, we want to very much so be involved with that because of how gifted we are. And some of them can actually see and have those gifts with the paranormal. And then, again, we have our two paranormal investigators in our group. And we really want to be a part of that. And I wanted everybody out there in the paranormal world to know that we have a huge respect for it. And it isn't something like just because we're these creepy, beautiful, hot vixens, you know, we model and act all that stuff, that we're going to get in front of you guys, whether it's on TV or just an investigation that we're honored to be a part of. Like, oh my gosh, look at what we can do. We're hot thimbles and we're looking for ghosts. You know, we're not like that at all. We will take it serious, and you know, anybody can do that, and we're not those girls at all. We definitely want to be a part of that. We have been offered through someone who is affiliated, actually a part of the ASAP Entertainment family, that these gentlemen are willing to show us the ropes, show us how to do this and everything, because we want to be a part of it. And like I said, we have a huge interest and respect for it, and whatever we can get our hands on and be a part of, even if it's only volunteering, we're huge on volunteering. We really want to do that. We're very, very, very passionate for all of it.
Well, so when you would do events, this is another question from the chat room. When you do events, what kind of things do you guys do at the events? I mean, do you speak? Do you take photos with people? What exactly do you guys do at events?
The list is endless. Yes, we do all of that. We do panels. The one panel that we had at our recent Comic-Con was very successful. A lot more successful than we realized it was, and that wasn't brought to our attention till about a month or so ago, a few months after the event. We speak at panels. We do like horror trivia. We're looking to, interested in doing the paranormal trivia. That's one that we haven't actually got to do yet. We actually dress up. We host. We do a lot of speaking. We also make sure that we have, vending tables. There are some of our girls that actually are very crafty and have like Etsy accounts. Ms. Zombina has a business called LV Horror Creations, and you can find it online, I'm pretty sure, but I know she has an Instagram and a Facebook page for it and everything, and she makes anything that's she's got these adorable, I'm trying to see if I can squeeze them out of her for myself, for my own collection, but she's got these adorable coasters with the Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein on them. I mean, things like that. We sell all of our horror creations. Some of the girls make bow ties and jewelry. Widow and Betty's good at that as well. And so we do things like that, and then we've helped promote others. We're really big on that. And we're actually been asked to just come and dress up and be a part of it, just be at the event, turn heads, get people into what's going on there at the event, mingle. Most recently, last week, a handful of us were a part of the Halfway to Halloween Portland Horror Ball. And it was for a great cause, a super great cause, to help donate to animals that needed medical attention or neglect, things like that. And Portland is great. Portland's slogan is keep Portland weird. It's very known for being weird. So this was at home. This was at home for us. We were there. We were dressed up. We turned heads. Betty the Mermaid won third place in the costume contest, and we were there to support the good cause. And we were actually asked to be a part of that at the last minute, just simply for promoting, cross-promotion and advertising for them and bringing people in to help support this cause. And what better yet for us, our favorite holiday of all year, Halloween. So it was very easy for us to do. So we get asked just to come and attend, to get people to recognize that there's a good cause going on, things like that. Again, we will be used for wherever we can help get people to get the word out there, help their events, promote, things like that. So that's what we're looking to do, with hopes of getting the acting going a little bit more, because again, I would say more than half of us have acting experience, and we really want to put out our Vixen story.
Well, I told you when we talked the other night, I've got that little project that I'm working on called Spirit Quest, and there's always, I've always, the first thing that my camera guys, when we were doing the budget, were talking to me about was like, okay, where would you want to go investigate? And I'm like, I don't give a damn where it is, as long as it's in the northwest corner of the United States of America, at least once or twice.
Right.
Because people don't understand, unless you've been there, unless you've stood in the upper northwest of the United States of America and looked around and actually can breathe up there, because, mind you, I love Texas, okay, because I was born and raised here.
Mm-hmm.
But when my best friend moved up there 14, 15 years ago, and I went up there the first time, I fell madly in love with Seattle. And I actually cry when I get on the plane to come home, and then I cry when I see how desolate and flat and boring Dallas is compared to Seattle. And I'm sorry, Dallas people, but I'm a Seahawk fan too, and I just love going up there, and it's a peaceful area, and I know there's a ton of paranormal history up there, because I don't know if you've ever gotten to go up to the Butterworth Mortuary.
I've heard
but it's
of it.
right there by the Pike Peak, the Pike Market. And my buddies at the Espresso, the Ghost Alley Espresso down there, it's Post Alley. It's their address is on Post Alley, but it's the Ghost Alley Espresso, and they take you on a mortuary tour. They have them every weekend, and the guy's amazing. His name's Jim, and he takes you up on this amazing tour of Butterworth's Mortuary, which has been on Ghost Adventures. And I know there's just so much more up in the Northwest, and I know me and you both have been working on ASAP to do something really cool up there, because I feel like the Northwest gets kind of forgotten about sometimes. I mean, the East Coast is like saturated with stuff all the time. I mean, I have yet to be up there, but the Northwest is just so nobody goes and does anything up there, and I'm like, tell us a little bit about why.
Well, and that's exactly. I think I had mentioned to you before, and then I know our girls Goldie Goodnight and Hazel Balak can actually tell you more about this too, because they've been to Carson, Washington. They had some huge activity. They've been all over the East Coast, but they've also been to a lot of places here in Washington, and actually I'm going to have the two of them get me a list going that I can get to ASAP, and be like, you guys need to bring those Deep South Paranormal boys here in Spirit Quest and everything, and get them to investigate some of this place, because the thing that people seem to not think about often enough is that the Northwest, Washington and Oregon, covered an ancient burial ground. I mean, it's just all over the place, ancient Indian burial ground, and there's a lot of activity because of that, yes, but it does have a lot of really rich old history as well. There have been so many things that have happened between Washington and Portland. I mean, especially, it seems to be what I have done in my research, the heaviest between the 17 and 1800s. And you guys are missing out. I'm telling you, we've got to get our ASAP family here. And I have spoken with DSP a couple of times. I'm like, you boys need to bring it from the south on up to the north and bring the whole ASAP Entertainment family, because you guys are going to find a lot of great things here. So we're working on it, Selena. let's make that help, make it work out.
All right, we got one comment, or actually kind of a comment / question, and then another question. There's a question like, costumes, do they dress like this every day? And then
yes. we are the weirdos.
and then the other question is, if they wanted to set up a photo shoot with you girls, how would they get in contact with you to do so?
They could go to our website, the www.vixensofhorror.com, and I'm also going to go ahead and direct people to contact our family at ASAP Entertainment for booking as well. So they can head to their website for that too. I'm pretty sure